Hello, fifth grade. Today we're going to focus on ordering and comparing numbers. In this problem here, it says circle the greatest number. So the first thing you're going to do is read both numbers. I see here we have 95,867 or 123,087. Now, right away, I do recognize that this is a 5-digit number and this is a 6-digit number. So notice here that 6-digit number is automatically going to be larger than that 5-digit number. Here we go all the way up to the 100,000s place, while here we only go up to the 10,000s place. Now, even though my first digit is a 9 and my first digit here is a 1, notice the place it's in. The value of this 1 is 100,000, while the value of this 9 is 90,000. Now 100,000 is much larger than 90,000. Now notice here, therefore my answer here, 123,087, is going to be much larger than 95,867. Again, notice the number of digits. This has 6 digits, this has 5 digits. In my next problem here, we're going to do the exact same step. Now I notice here I'm going to read the numbers first. I have 625,689. Here I have 625,897. Now I'm going to work from left to right with my largest digit here. We have a value of 600,000, which is my digit in my 100,000s place, is a 6. Therefore, my value is 600,000. Now, notice this number starts with a 6. So does this number. Since they're the same number, we're going to look to the right to my next digit in my 10,000s place. Here we have a 2, and here we also have a 2. So now I'm going to look at my thousands place. I notice we have a 5 and another 5. That's okay. We're going to move to my hundreds place now. Here I notice we have a 6 in my hundreds place, and here we have an 8. So here, the digit in my hundreds place is going to help me determine which number is larger. Since 8 is larger than 6, this entire number here is going to be greater. So 625,897 is greater than 625,689. Now let's say if I wanted to compare these two numbers using a greater than or less than sign. I have 625,689 is less than 625,897. And notice here that less than sign is eating the larger number, if you want to think of it as like an alligator Pac-Man sign, as I'm sure you've done in 3rd and 4th grade. It's always eating the larger number. In this next one, we go to millions, but even though we're in the millions place, we're still following the same rules as we did for the last two problems. First, let's read the number. 4,306,582. This number here, we have 4,314,356. I notice here both numbers have a digit 4 in the millions place. Now I'm going to move to my 100,000s place. I notice here the digits of 3 and a 3. That's okay. We're going to keep going to the right. Now I notice the digit in my 10,000s place here is a 0, but in this number here, it's a 1. So now the digit in my 10,000s place is going to help me determine which number is larger. So since 1 is greater than 0, this entire number is greater than this number. Now, if I want to write this again using a greater than or less than sign, 4,306,582 is less than 4,314,356. Notice here, just like the previous problems, we went from left to right. In this next problem here, our goal is to arrange the numbers in order from least to greatest. So as always, I'm going to read the numbers I have. 283,500, 2,583,000, 2,385,000, And here we have 197,500. Now, first thing I notice, this is a 6-digit number and this is a 6-digit number. While these two numbers go all the way to my millions and they're 7 digits. So I'm going to first focus on the numbers with 6 digits because those are automatically smaller than my numbers with 7 digits. So now if I take a look at this number and this number, my first digit in my 100,000s place here is a 1. And my first digit in my 100,000s place here is a 2. So this is telling me that 197,500 is going to be my smallest number. So I'm going to write that down here. And then my next smallest number is going to be 283,500. I'll just write first, second. Now I need to find my third and my fourth number. So let's go into the numbers that went into the millions. Both these numbers start with a 2. The digit in the millions place is both a 2. So I'm going to go to the number in my 100,000s place. I notice here this is a 5. And in this place here, in my 100,000s place, I have a 3. So now I need to determine which one's smaller. I know 3 is less than 5. Therefore, this entire number is going to be smaller than this number here. So my third number here is going to be 2,385,000. And now my largest number that I see is going to be 2,583,000. And that is my fourth number. Notice I organized these numbers from least to greatest. Now for this next problem here, we're going to do the exact same thing. Now when I'm looking at this, I see, wow, they both start with an 8. Here I have 8,764,500. I have 8,476,900. 8,746,800. Here I only have 895,390. I notice this number right away. I don't go into the millions. It's only a 6-digit number. So right away, this number, 895,390, that is my smallest number. Now I need to organize these three. I notice all three have a digit 8 in the millions place. Now I'm going to go to my 100,000s place. I see here's a 7, here's a 4, but here's a 7 as well. So the next smallest is going to be this number here, and that digit in my 100,000s place helped me figure that out. So now I have 8,476,900, and that's number 2. Now I need to find number 3 and number 4. So let's take a look at what's left. We did this number, we did this number. We have these two left. I see here, like we said before, my digit in my 100,000s place is both a 7. So now I'm going to move to my 10,000s place. I see a 6 and I see a 4. So the value of the digit in my 10,000s place here is 40,000. That's much less than the 60,000 I have here. So again, this entire number is going to be smaller. So 8,746,800 is the third number in my organization. Now the fourth number here, we have what's left, 8,764,500. Notice here, I compare these numbers from least to greatest. My next problem here, this is a real world problem, and believe it or not, this is a real thing, and we have to think about these things when we're going house shopping. And believe it or not, you're going to learn today that there's many situations in life where you need to know how to compare these very large numbers. Now, 2 houses are for sale in Alpine, New Jersey. The first house is 2,000,000, I'm going to write this down here, 2,589,000. That's house number 1. House number 2 and the second house is 2,510,200. Believe it or not, in Alpine, New Jersey, the houses are this expensive, and it is important that you understand how to compare and contrast these numbers. So which house is cheaper? Now, cheaper, that means I want the least amount. So let's see which number was smaller, if it was house number 1 or house number 2 to get the cheaper price. So let's start in my millions place. I notice here both these digits are a 2. That's okay. We're going to move to my hundred thousands place. I notice here both my digits are 5. So now I'm going to move to my 10,000s place. In house number 2, I see the number is a 1. In house number 1, the number here in my 10,000s place is an 8. The digit in my 10,000s place is going to be used to determine which house is cheaper. Since 1 is less than 8, house number 2, 2,500, 10,200 is the cheaper house. Now, if you were looking for houses in Alpine, New Jersey, you might need to compare and contrast these numbers. If you looked at houses, you want to determine which one is the cheaper value, which is the cheaper house. Believe it or not, in this situation, that's what we did. We compared these numbers, and it's important that you have an understanding on what to do when you're comparing numbers in case you're ever in a situation where this is needed to be done. Now, for today's activities, you have 2 different activities. One is just simple practice on comparing and organizing numbers, and the second one is dealing with real life examples. As always, you can refer back to my YouTube video at any time to help you with today's activities.